Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Carey Adam here. As I just described myself in the description up there, I am a mom of two, physiotherapist living in Costa Rica after changing everything about myself in my life. In what looking back onto it, and what was an awakening after and through my transition into motherhood that I never expected to happen. And this morning, I'm working on some of my own personal stuff. I have my own coaches, and this morning I was, because the RunningMoms Wellness Training Academy is open, and it is completely different than your free training app. It is completely different than just a training program. The RunningMoms Training Academy is a lot more than that, and I really struggle to tell you guys and connect with you guys about what the RunningMoms Wellness Training Academy really truly is. And so I've been challenged by my coach to come on and tell you guys why I created it and what it actually means to me. And so I'm going to tell you my story about transitioning into motherhood as a runner and a career woman and a professional and an independent person, and how that transition changed me, challenged me, and led me to create the RunningMoms Wellness Training Academy. I think to begin, that transition into motherhood was very difficult for me. And if you're like me out there, and I understand runners to the core, right? I speak your language, I feel your feelings, I know your emotions. We love running. It's our sanity, it's our grounding force, it's our quiet time, it's our soul time. It's also how we love to push ourselves. We love the challenge. We love to prove to ourselves that we can build and we can shift and we can push, and that feels really good to us. We like to prove that to ourselves. We like to prove that and show that to other people. It makes us who we are. And then we have kids, and it all gets really hard, right? We're not sleeping, we're hardly eating, we're struggling in our marriages. We don't have time to run. We're not rested enough. We're not nourished enough. But we don't want to stop because we are runners and we are going to run. And what I did was I kept pushing back against motherhood. And the way that I did that was to just keep running and keep running and keep running. And what I did was I ran myself into the ground on so many levels. Not sleeping. Hormones get out of whack when you're running and running and running and not sleeping and not eating properly and not nourishing yourself with any self-care, because you are now a mom and all of your energy is going to everybody else. And yes, running is self-care, but when the rest of your life is all stressed out and running is just another stress on your body, your cortisol levels get out of whack, your thyroid levels get out of whack, your insulin levels get out of whack. Your estrogen levels get out of whack, your adrenals are struggling and suffering. And so, yes, you're pushing, yes, you're a runner, yes, you're building, yes, you're tough, yes, you're an independent woman who loves to push and challenge and prove things to herself and to everybody else. But what happened to me was I burnt out. I burnt out my body, I burnt out my hormones, I burnt out my marriage, I burnt out my career, I burnt out everything trying to push back. Not giving myself what I actually needed, which wasn't another diet, which wasn't another training plan, which wasn't another marathon or ultra marathon, which yes, I want those things. But through this transition into motherhood with babies and this season of life, what I needed to do was pull back. And what happened to me was I almost got divorced. I was drinking so much. I was under eating. I was pushing my body, and I ended up getting injured, of course, right? I know better. I'm a physiotherapist. I knew exactly what happened, but I ended up injured, and then everything had to change for me. Everything had to change for me, and what I learned in that period of time was how to nourish my body truly with food, with strength exercises that I could do in less than 30 minutes that didn't completely deplete my body, or require me to be gone for hours on the weekend when that time I needed to be with my family, because me leaving, going to work all week and then leaving every Saturday morning to run for 2 hours was not in line with my family and what my family needed from me, which only increased my stress more. And more importantly than the food and the exercise transitions for me, I worked on changing my brain. I got a life coach and I shifted everything that was going on inside of my head. I changed my brain. And by changing my brain and learning to nourish my soul outside of simply running and running and running, I've never stopped running. Let me be very clear. I've always been a runner. I will always be a runner. But I learned to appreciate the other parts of life. I learned to appreciate food as nourishment. I learned to appreciate physical activity as a way not just to prove something to myself, not just to run a race, not just to beat my body down and punish myself for what I ate, or as a way to change my body, but as a way to truly nourish my body and my soul. And that brain shift allowed me to go from running only thinking that I had to run 10K and I had to be signed up for a race and I had to be doing a marathon and pushing and growing and building, to being really satisfied with running and training for 5Ks and 10Ks, which I'm a runner. I can run half marathons and marathons, and I can do that, but that's ego. That wasn't suiting my life. And so for me to go from those distances and that mindset to I'm satisfied and happy with 5 and 10Ks and nourishing my soul and getting more sleep and slowing down and pulling back, that required mindset work. I had to change my brain. And that is what I see people struggling with out there. I see women pushing and breaking down and burning out and struggling at home and struggling in their careers and struggling in their lives and pushing and only thinking about the physical and the food. People have told me, you need to create an app for your training academy. You need an app. You need blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do that. I want a community of food and how it works and what to eat, all that stuff about run training to support your. But I've created a community of love and support that helps you work on changing your brain so that you can change your body. You can change your health. You can change your happiness. You can change your running performance, which we want, and you can transition, have a supportive community to help you through this transition into motherhood and through motherhood, okay? That is what the RunningMoms Wellness Training Academy is. It is not a free training app. It's not an app. It's not a free download. It's a community. And that makes all the difference. That is why I do what I do. Because I went through that transition. I changed my brain. I changed my body. I changed my running. I changed my health. I changed my life. I changed my career as a result. I changed my marriage as a result. I changed this path, this really self-destructive path that I was on as I was pushing back against motherhood, right? Like as women, this is like a huge topic for me. We are trained to push. We are trained to be equal. We are trained to be educated and earners and go to work full time and push full time and do all these things. But then we have these babies, right? How are we supposed to keep all that shit up? We can't. We have to change our brains and adapt to the transition into motherhood and readjust everything we've been taught by society. That's why I do what I do. That's what I teach you guys in the RunningMoms Wellness Training Academy. And when you do that, when you shift your brain, you run faster. You saw, I posted yesterday, Megan shaved 21. Jillian just posted, she's only been with me for about 3 months, maybe. She's already shaved 7 minutes off her 21K time. People are shifting their lives, work on shifting your brain, to shift your body, to shift your health, to shift your running performance. I'm the weirdest physiotherapist. This is why I say I'm the physiotherapist who's gone completely rogue, because I can't give you the strength workouts, and speed workouts, and the training programs, and the endurance stuff if you're not doing the work and if your brain isn't in the right place, because you're just pushing against your body, continuing to wreak havoc on your hormones and break your body down. When your brain is not aligned with your body, your goals, and what you really, really want in life, how you want to look and how you want to feel, you're going to be working against your body and not with your body. So the RunningMoms Wellness Training Academy is open right now, and it's on sale because I want you in. I want you working on your brain with me to help you change your health, change your body, and change your running, and as a result, change your life, okay? I'm releasing 8 brand new, you get access when you join to the entire RunningMoms Wellness Training Academy suite of tools, which is like all my training plans, all my strength workouts, all my meal plans, all my recipes. I have an incredible expert speaker series in there on everything that women runners need from, thank you, hey Laura, everything that you need from hormone health, adrenal support, thyroid support, nutrition for performance, nutrition for weight loss, gut health, happiness, the science of happiness, like so many amazing women's health topics I've covered in the expert interview series. You get that. There's all kinds of stuff in there, but over the next 8 weeks, we're going to be really focused and working on changing our brains together as a community, as a tribe. Every Monday, we're going to do different training starting next Monday. And it's going to begin with, we're going to get crystal clear what we actually want and where we actually are right now, and what that gap is and how we can bridge that gap, and what training plan you need to be doing, and what other things you need to be doing to get you from where you are now to where you want to be in a really smart way, not just an arbitrary, I'm just going to grab another training program and do it, because it's more than that. So we're going to get really, really crystal clear. Most people don't stop to get clear. They don't stop to get crystal clear about what they actually want. And if you don't know what you actually want, how you want to look, how you want to feel, how you want to present yourself in this world every single day, like it's going to be really hard to do the things that you need to do. And oftentimes as runners, we're doing the wrong things. We're on the wrong training program. We're focusing on the wrong things. And so I hate seeing this. I feel it hurts me to see you ladies working and working and working so hard, but just working yourself into the ground, wreaking havoc on your hormones, working against your body, and not getting the results that you want. You're not getting the results that look or feel good. So we're going to be very clear about what you want. We're going to help you choose a program and set you up with what you need to do to achieve that. Okay. Then we're gonna review the basics of macronutrition, because we can't not eat, we can't not train properly. We're gonna review how to get really fit, lean, and strong. So we're gonna review the components of training, make sure you guys are doing all your strength, all your speed, all your core workouts. We're gonna review macronutrition strategies, the very basics. We're gonna keep it really simple, what you should be eating, when you should be eating, how you should be eating it. We're going to review the recovery strategies that you need to support your body and support your hormones. And then we're going to dive into feedback loops and some brain neurophysiology about habits, sticking to habits, breaking bad habits. Why do we keep falling off track and into the bad habits? We're going to geek out a little bit on the science so that you understand what's happening. Again, if you never slow down enough to understand and appreciate these topics, you'll never change. You're going to keep going back into those ruts and falling off track and into those bad habits and always starting over again. I don't want that for you. I want you guys to understand what's going on up here so that you can take control and change it. So we're going to really we're going to look into and study the science of positive feedback loops, negative feedback loops. I'm going to help you set yourself up with the tools and strategies you need to eradicate the bad habits and stick to the good habits with ease and simplicity. Okay, it's not a diet that you need. It's not a list of restrictions that you need. It's understanding these feedback loops and how to make them work for you. We're also going to dive into the power of mindfulness and how you can infuse mindfulness into every aspect of your life so that you can get everything that you want in your life and in your body and in your running. And we're going to look into that. We're going to look at the relationship from the scientific perspective of happiness, how to create it, and why focusing and training yourself to be happy will help you become healthy. Okay, we're going to finish off with 6 high performance habits. There's more in there too, I think. These are just some of the topics, but we're going to be focused on high performance habits. What is it about high performers, like I've studied this because I'm like, how did I take my life from where it was to where it is now? And how can I help other people achieve this? And I've been studying the habits of high performers. So we're going to talk about that. What do high performance people who get success, because we all only have 24 hours in the day. Behind the camera, there's a story that you don't know even the full extent of. My life is not easy as it looks. Like, I've created with intention and mindfulness everything that's come to me. And you can do that too. And that's what we're going to focus on, those habits of high performance, so that you can have everything that you want to have with less struggle. It shouldn't be such a struggle. It's going to be hard work, absolutely, but it doesn't have to be like this struggle of start and stop and quit and go and high and low. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. And that's what I want for you guys. So those are what we're going to be working on between now and Christmas. And of course, you're going to be exercising. You're going to be on a training program. You're going to get my killer workouts, my killer training plans. We're going to be eating and continuously focusing on nourishing our bodies every damn day, because we cannot ignore that. But it's not about restricting. It's about mindfulness. And because we're all working together and working in this group and working through this content, you're going to notice how easy it becomes to stick to healthy eating. Right? You're going to notice how simple it actually can be. I'm not a nutritionist, but nutrition is simple if we can change our brains, okay? If we can change our brains. So that's a bit about me, a bit about why I do what I do, and a bit about what the Running Moms Wellness Training Academy is, and what makes it completely different than your free training app. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, if you have questions, message me, comment below, email me, Carey, Carey, at runningmoms.com. Whatever. I'd say text me, but I don't really have a text in Costa Rica. I don't really know how it works. I think I have WhatsApp, but I don't know how it works. I don't really do technology, believe it or not. I have an online business. I hate technology. Yeah, that's it. The Running Moms Wellness Training Academy is open. If this resonates with you and you're like, damn it, I just need to work with her. I need to do this. I need to change my brain. I need to start doing things differently. Then join. I'll post the link below. Honestly, I have complete confidence. If you follow my program, if you engage, if you focus, if you listen to me, if you open the emails and you listen to what I'm teaching you and what I'm talking about, even if you invest 75% of your heart, your whole life can change, okay? And your times will get faster. And that feels good. We feel badass. That's always a good thing.